Hey guys, welcome back to Malamations. I'm Joshua, and today this video is about I can't speak. It's about Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho. That's right. I decided to make a Christmas video while it's still the festive season, and hope all you guys enjoy it. But pretty much this is about funny traditions I do in stories, and these are like me traditions. Nothing my family is involved with. Alright, so basically to start off here is that I know you guys thinking, ooh, in Alaska it must be really festive in Christmas. Why, yes it is, because we have snow. Like 6 feet of snow. And it's fun to shovel. And use snowbanks as fortresses and make snowman. And throw snowballs at people. But anyways, yes, we do that. But pretty much you guys be like, do you have any Pacific Christmas traditions in Alaska? Sorry. I will say not really. Because Alaska's part of the United States. So there's not really nothing out of the ordinary. And everyone has their own way of celebrating Christmas too. So I don't really have much to say about that. So yeah. But pretty much what my family's tradition is, to just tell you off, is that we have Christmas, like Christmas Eve dinner, Christmas Eve presents, watch Christmas movies, and wake up in the morning, have stockings up with presents, give each other's presents. That's pretty much it. You know what, I'm starting to realize, like, we really like these, but even though we could have done this, like, multiple times. But nope, we decided to do it on the last month of the year. Hooray! And here is also something else I should tell you. My family don't do Santa Claus. We do not want this fat, credit-taking, fictional character in our Christmas. Like, no, we don't. I flat out hate it, well, except my dad. I don't know why. But pretty much, we do have decorations of him, and yeah, and it's just fun little fictional story for all the children to listen to. But here's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. Like, how did a fat person fit into chimneys? Can someone explain that? If you can't see magic, then that's unnatural. And also, it is possible to travel around the world, like, that's why you have this Jules Verne's novel and America, planes. Well, telling just planes in general. So it's possible to travel around the world. But technically, something like billions of houses every night. That will create some time management to deliver. If you can just now watch this video and believe in Santa Claus, like, sorry, but you need to know the truth instead of this lie. If you get a present, say thank you to the one who actually gave it to you, not some fictional character that's stealing all the credit. So, this is mostly a question I want to ask you. Oh, so are you guys the ones that sleep in? Or get way too excited and stay up all night trying to catch Santa Claus in the act? Or the Grinch and be Grinched? Anyways, or one that wakes up way too early and finally opens presents. Well, guess what? I'm the one that wakes up in the morning. Okay. I don't wake up at a ridiculous hour like I used to. Like, I remember I wake up like 6 or 7 a.m. But since my family doesn't do the Santa Claus thing, my parents still wakes up in the middle of the night and stock the stockings. And my own rule is that if the stockings are stocked, that means my parents are up yet and they're gonna send me to my room to stock presents. And here's the thing, I did that one time and I didn't really like it because I wanted to enjoy the Christmas lights in the morning in the dark living room, and I'm admiring the Christmas lights from the tree and the decorations on the walls and the shelves. You know, something just feels really nice about that in Christmas morning to me. But basically, I did caught him a few times stuffing the stockings. And one morning I woke up and they were watching the Superman Man of Steel. which is not a Christmas movie, may I add. Like, it is a good movie, but it's not a Christmas movie. Why are you watching this on Christmas morning? Anyways, the main point of this video is I want to talk about my 3 funny memories of Christmas. And technically, let's move on to that. So basically, my first memory I want to say off the list involves with Angry Birds. You guys remember them going like... Okay, I need to stop. This is how you don't record late, kids. But anyways, I want to say is, why Angry Birds I say this? Well, one, as a child, I really like Angry Birds as a kid. Now, at one point in Christmas, I asked my parents for Angry Birds stuffed animals because they're round objects and they're soft and you can throw them at people and they won't get injured. And you won't get in trouble for it either. Look, it can't even break this vase. Oh, never mind, it does. Gravity breaks it, though. Stupid gravity. So this one time, my parents got me some Christmas stuffed animals of Angry Birds. Mostly, even my older sister as well. So my parents got me like the red bird, Bomb, the blue bird, which this is my favorite bird because I like blue. And this is the best bird because he splits into 3 and breaks glass pieces. Unlike some other people. No, just kidding. All the birds are amazing. And another one I do like. Well, not another one I do like. But another one I got was Mustache Pig. And also my parents got me C-3PO and a Stormtrooper pig. Well, C-3PO bird. That one's interesting. But my older sister, she got me some more Uber Star Wars stuffed animals. And dare I say, this is part where it gets funny. The part where it gets funny is that when I opened it, I got Darth Vader pig and Han Solo and Princess Leia, and Princess Leia is Stella, which Stella is my little sister's favorite Angry Bird character at the time. I don't know now. I'm pretty sure she doesn't like Stella anymore because she doesn't like pink anymore. So anyways. And typically so once I pulled her out of Stella dressed up as Princess Leia, my little sister jumped up and started shouting, "Stella! Stella!" and started chasing me, trying to steal my Christmas present that I just opened, and I wanted to enjoy it with it. But no, I had to run away from my little sister trying to take my stuffed animal. And here's the thing, my little sister likes stuffed animals, so yeah, I have some issues with this one. And don't get me started cleaning up her room. We end up making a whole pile of just my toys and my brother's toys because she steals some of them. And we're like, hey, we've been looking for this. And we're looking for this too. How many stuff do you have in here that's ours? So yeah, that's what she does. But now, move on to my second funny story. So technically we live in this one place that had like a good sized living room. But technically it's small now if I remember it. But granted, we have the typical tree in the corner with Christmas presents. But this year, my uncles decided and our family relatives to give us Christmas presents on Christmas because there's going to be a snow blizzard that it will be a good while for us to see each other again. So yeah. So anyways, Christmas presents came to us and we put them around the tree. And guess what? All the amount of those presents, like we have my family, which my dad went a little overboard this year, I should say, which yes, thank you for the extra presents. But also my uncles and grandma and grandpa and other family relative presents were in this too, including my parents, Christmas presents for them, and so on and so forth. But dude, it covered up like a big chunk, 1/3 of the living room. I am not joking. It literally covered up half the tree and took up like a third. And this is like a childhood dream, to be honest. Like in those Christmas movies where you see like a giant Christmas tree in a rich kid's home and he has a giant wall mount of Christmas presents. Like, dude, that is amazing. And it's also always a childhood dream to see on Christmas morning because of these movies. And this happened to us. And wow. And can we open the rest tomorrow? So yeah, typically what happened is that we got so much that we got through half the presents, which is typically like, that amount is like typically how much we usually get for Christmas. And we still have the other half, and majority of us like our uncles and relatives presents that we just want to open up tomorrow morning. But that's not gonna work out because my sister has work tomorrow and my dad. But I would say this though, so we had to plow through it, and we did finally, which granted it's a funny thing for my family to talk about. And every time I talk about this, my dad always says, I'm really shocked to see how tired my kids got for opening so many Christmas presents. Because yes, as kids, you want more presents. And, we get a little greedy. And don't look at me. Pretty much every child does this. Okay? Unless you're a baby. Because you're totally learning how this world works. But anyways, this is like a funny memory of mine. And so on and so forth. Alright, next funny story. Elf on a Shelf with my cousins. So typically this one year, my uncle was going to have his youngest child be born around Christmas. So yes, got a Christmas child. And typically, actually my mom offered to come help out with my uncle and aunt to help like keep the house clean, keep track of my cousins, yada yada. And we get to stay there. But technically I've been noticing this thing called Elf on the Shelf. And for people who don't know Elf on the Shelf, like I did through my whole childhood, typically this elf stays on a shelf, and typically the adult moves it around and such. And some people got really creative in the mornings before their kids wake up, and you see elf doing like different positions, different movements, yada yada, all that. But here's the thing that I think is weird, is that why does this thing exist? Like, I understand it's a fun thing, but pretty much this thing spies on you and it's trespassing you on Christmas. Like, for me, that makes sense of like how Santa Claus knows if you're naughty or nice. But you're trespassing and invading public privacy here, and you don't even live here, so pay rent. But typically, for someone who grew up not believing in Santa Claus, because I was told Santa Claus was a fictional character, like everyone does. Like, seriously, if you're told lying is bad, like your whole childhood life, why encourage it with Santa Claus? Don't end up on the naughty list for just lying, okay? And same with this elf, who is trespassing. So pretty much, this elf should be on the naughty list if I think about it. But here's the thing that got a little funny. I been noticing it moving around the house and never seen anyone touched it. So I asked my cousin, who was like 4 years younger than me, and she told me like, oh, it's up on a shelf. It spies on people for no particular reasons, and if you touch it, you get bad presents. And I'm like, why? Because to me that makes no sense. Santa Claus gets to decide if you get good or bad presents. Why would a elf who is trespassing in your walls and spying on you allow you to not touch it? So I did not believe her, and I'm just going to show her it was a toy. So I grabbed it in front of her eyes and like, look, it's a toy. And you know what happened? She started crying. well, not crying like tears up, just like, no, now we're gonna get back Christmas presents this year, yada yada. Which I felt bad for that, to be honest. But for me, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Of like crying over like a toy that if you touch it, you get bad presents. So I just put it back on the shelf and try to make her feel better about it. And yeah, I'm not buying an elf on the shelf when I get my own place, to be honest, because of this memory. Spies in my house, because I already got plenty of those in my house. So yeah. So anyways, that's it for Christmas. I hope you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Depending on when this video comes out, it might be after Christmas. Hopefully it'll be before Christmas. And typically I'm going through like a bunch of stuff right now. And trying to figure it out. So might not probably be able to hear me in like a while. So, but no worries, I'll still try to get up with YouTube videos for you guys to watch. So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, y'all.